I was contacted by Anycubic. They asked me if I wanted to test out their new Anycubic Photon Mono. That's a resin 3D printer, desktop sized, so perfect for us scale modelers to print small parts that are usable for our model builds. They also sent me out their wash and cure station, which I will be testing in another video coming later. So for now, I'm just going to go over the Photon Mono, the Photon Workshop, that's the slicer or the computer program in which you put the 3D files, and then also send them out and make them ready for the 3D printer to actually print the files out. Now, I'm not going to go over the process super detailed, as I myself am not really that big of an expert, or not an expert at all, so I'm just going to show the basics and see what this is capable of, and to show you guys what you can do with it yourself with very basic knowledge. So I've opened Photon Workshop, imported the 3D file that I got from my friend Slowly's models, and then also added some supports in order to stick it to the build plate, then duplicated it 4 times, as I of course want 4 of these wheels. And at the beginning I also resized it to the 23 mils that I wanted the wheel to be to fit the tire perfectly, and then could start slicing the file to transport it onto the USB stick and put it into the 3D printer. Once the file is sliced, it shows you how long the print will approximately take, and then you can move on to putting the USB stick in the printer and start the printing process. Now, as I'm showing you here, these are the settings that I used for this specific file. I'm still playing around with it, seeing what works and what doesn't. I specifically wanted to have the least amount of visible layers, and therefore set that at 0.01. Standard, the settings are 0.05, and you can play around with that, but they are still pretty visible. On the prints that I'm showing here, these were the initial prints that I started out with. I just had it at the standard settings, so 0.05, and started with that to see how that would work. So you insert the USB stick, press play pretty much, and then you're good to go. On the screen itself, it shows which layers are being printed, how long it will take approximately, and how many layers it still has to do. Depending on the height of the model itself and the height of the layers you've set, the longer or the shorter it will take. And you can also set the curing time of the screen. That makes it a lot quicker, but that is different on every printer, so I'm not really going to go into that all that much. If you've done everything right, the print should be stuck to the bottom of the bed, and it's good to be cleaned off and ready to use after curing. Once that is done, you can pretty much move on to fill it up with some more resin, add a new file, and start this process all over again, and just keep going. The first couple of layers take a little bit longer, as that is a pretty big base plate that needs to be a bit thicker and needs to cure a bit longer, so it does stick to the build plate a lot better. Once that first couple of layers have been done, it moves along to the normal layers, and that goes a lot quicker. So I put the Anycubic through its paces, giving it some test prints to see what it was capable of. I started with something really simple, found it on Thingiverse, a small bridge for 1/64th scale cars. You could put your Hot Wheels on these, or even your Matchbox. In this case, it's a Matchbox, so that's pretty cool. You can, of course, just scale it up, make it bigger for 1/24th scale, or maybe even 1/43rd scale as well. But of course, we want to see something that is usable for the cars that I usually build, so of course I tried out some wheels as well. I got these files from my friend Slowly's Models. I'll leave a link down in the description below. These are some of his wheels that I thought would look really cool on a project that I'm going to be doing in the future, so I gave it a try. They also come with some tires and some wheel barrels as well, so these were printed too. So I just printed these at the standard settings with a 0.05 layer height. As you can see, the layer lines are slightly visible, but after some primer these should pretty much disappear instantly. Now the wheels were a little bit too small, so I tried it again, but then increasing the diameter, making them a little bit bigger. And since I did not want to use these resin tires, I decided to find some tires from an Aoshima kit that were the correct size. So I sized it up to these tires, that is a 23 millimeter size, and then tried it again. This time I also decreased the layer height to 0.03, which makes the layers a lot thinner and less visible. As you can see, these lines, you can pretty much still see them, but after some primer they would pretty much disappear. Along with this, of course, I also printed some barrels too. These just fit together and you can put the tire on. And there you have it, a perfectly usable part for one of these model cars that I usually build. You can do pretty much anything with these printers as long as you can design it or have the file. There's a lot of files on various websites all around, so feel free to browse those. So overall, I'm really happy with the quality of this printer. The prints that come out are really good, and specifically for us scale modelers are really usable as well. You can play around with the settings a bit to change them and maybe improve them, but as I said, I myself am not really that knowledgeable yet, so I'm still finding stuff out myself. If you're interested in purchasing one of these printers for yourself, I will leave links down in the description below the video so you can check them out.